I am 27 years old. I'm 27 years old. Right now, I'm basically kind of sorting my life out. Sorting out like, my life story out. Basically, that's what I'm doing. It was something that kind of started, like, for instance, back in, like, 2014. When I was in school. I'm basically picking up the pieces. And kind of the new thing that kind of I'm led to is basically kind of like two things: geometry and wooden books. I know I'm actually telling kind of like the truth. No, I was on my head. Well, for much of my life, I was basically kind of like very like popular guy back then. And it's still pretty much the same now. Uh, and the real thing about me is, for much of my life, I kind of had to deal with being like a very withdrawn introvert. Really. That's why I had to deal with. No. And there's many introverts. There's a whole boatload, a whole shitload as well of many introverts. And there's many guys I want to write about who gets to be the real introvert. Who gets it's a very pointless thing in reality. No. No. Well, here's what's a very interesting concept. Basically, the concept of the Sigma map. It came to mind, well, who was the first person to be labeled that kind of publicly? Well, me, in reality. Some people would like to say that I was the first real sensation. No. Of the 21st century. I remember my life where basically I was the guy that was gonna hail the 21st century. Basically. They want to recreate a better modern world. So they decided to help me as the ultimate person of the 21st century. That's what they decided to help me as. Well, many guys argue that and it's basically largely grief, basically, according to my teachers. It's a burdensome thing that you cannot carry too much on your back. well, no. What can I make of guys that have told me along the lines of like society is a mess and like everything must be a circus mess around me. I'm a young guy and like I have no say on that whatsoever. At the end of the day, whatsoever. In any way. But I will say this. No. Do you guys want to contend with those guys? Basically. Do you guys want to contend with those guys? Well, here's the thing about kind of the other end of the spectrum, that alpha male, basically, standing alongside a guy like me that's basically labeled a sigma male. Objectively so. Well, alpha male, that's a reality that many of you guys actually need to really address, basically. That's what you guys actually need to address. Well, here's kind of the thing about me. Here's the thing about me. I am always told this, people always underestimate me, and they shouldn't. I have to take that as a given. Basically. But then again, it's kind of like this. What do you guys want if you guys don't like the current state of the world you guys are in? Do you guys want to make kind of like very kind of glossy videos and kind of like, be an edgelord instigator and basically say the world needs to change? Bring on the world to change. Well, in reality, it's basically this, do you guys like problems, basically? Because that's what male alpha males basically very much kind of prop up. Well, here's the thing about those guys. They actually think, well, then again, so do I. What do I make of kind of like many people pandering on the current situation? It's nothing other than just basically the cult of just wanting your voices heard. You just want to hear your own voice in reality. That's what you guys want to hear. That's the whole thing. There is absolutely no real problem with the modern world. There is absolutely no problem with any society whatsoever in any way. The world is not a matrix. The world is not the matrix, is what I mean. No, the world, it's not about a problem, reaction, solution. The world does not boil down to that whatsoever in any way. Here's the world that we do live in nowadays. It's basically this: everyone is attacking each other on all fronts. That's basically reality. What to actually do about it? You cannot frame it as a problem whatsoever, because it's not a problem. That's basically the reality of the way things are, basically the way many people actually want to desire to actually make it all to be. Uh, Here's the thing. World peace is basically a bogus term in reality. That's the reality of it. The very proof of that is there's many authors that like to be contrarians and write about on pain. There's also books on how to be a warrior. Well, there's also a book called Way of Men, basically, that talks about the reality of masculinity is about reality of how much trouble can you cause, how much danger can you provoke, how dangerous you can be. What's the point of talking about world peace if there's such thing as a word called danger? And here's a corollary to that. Do you guys want to be dangerous? Well, here's the thing about you guys. You guys want to live forever. How can you guys want to live forever if you guys want to be dangerous?